Flipping on the grind.
Your boy AV.
And this is the Map Social Presents.
Dirty Laundry Podcast Show. What's good? How y'all doing?
What's good? What's good? We glad to be back. We working. We doing our thing. Y'all better start showing us some love, man. I'm telling
I
you.
mean, they are. I mean, shout out to the people commenting on the last video.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That
it's,
last one. What was the last one we did? Where we got a lot of traction.
yeah, look, we both stuck. We like, we do so much. We don't even know what we got. The last one,
Corey Holcomb.
Corey.
Talking about Will Smith being gay.
I didn't know
We
Corey
had a
Holcomb.
lot of people chime in on that.
I didn't know he had so many. It's funny because I'll be like, people be knowing Corey Holcomb, so shout out to Corey because, like he said, he doesn't really get to do much big roles, but he's still relevant. Which shout out to him. He obviously got some type of talent. He's saying the right things.
I told you, man. Yeah, he. Do you know the stuff he did, right?
Some of them. I know him more for his comedy.
The Ringer with Kevin Hart. He's done some big films. I just think it speaks. This remind me a little bit. We talking it. We just vibing. We doing some organic shit today, so y'all rock with us. But I just feel like it reminds me of that situation with Amari Hardwick feeling like he should get more opportunities because he was in
Oh
power.
yeah, yeah.
Like, bro, you got to look at yourself and why ain't nobody checking for you like that? It has nothing to do with anything but maybe your
Yeah.
body of work and what you bring to the table.
Well, that one's the last video. If y'all want to go check it out, we cooked a bit, so make sure y'all go and leave a like, comment, share, do all of that.
Yeah,
But we're gonna get into this
yeah.
next one with Tracee Ellis Ross. Shout out to Tracee Ellis Ross. She's like such a legend, Diana Ross' daughter. Like she said some things that might rub people the wrong way, maybe. But I'm curious what y'all think about it. How you feeling about it? He like, I don't want it.
No, it's just funny because I couldn't that show Girlfriends with Tracee Ellis Ross. I
Yeah.
thought Tracy, what is it with these actresses as they get older, they get hotter?
Yeah, Tracee actually looking bad. I ain't gonna lie. Tracee, I'm like, shit.
Yeah, I was not checking for her at all in her younger days, but something about when they get. I did the same thing with Jennifer Aniston, but back to what she said. We gonna run the tape. We gonna review it with y'all. We gonna run the tape. She's talking about relationships, her preferences in men, why she likes to date younger, and why she looks at older men as red flags, and it could be possible
That might be hope
toxicity
for you,
there. So
bro.
let's run it.
She said she looking for you.
We'll see.
Let's run the tape. Listen, let's see what y'all think. That's what she said.
I mean, we've talked about this that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because.
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a
Several
great dinner.
snaps
We
on that one.
had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes, Harish. This
No.
is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's really
Okay,
fun to share.
Tracy tale.
But
You date a
I'm
younger
sorry.
woman.
but one of the
Younger men.
reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, "What is this about?"
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older. I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who
Yes.
knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
There's that. But a lot of men.
All right, we gotta go because later on in the video she goes back to say what she says.
You don't got that part?
I only got the first half of that video. That first
I'm
half.
gonna kick your ass. You don't stop. You got to
No,
start
listen,
clipping this
the
juicy
way it
stuff.
does is like 2 parts, so you can't put both on there. But she said a lot. I'm gonna let you cut.
What she talks about going further, she talks about that there's a lot of controlling ways in older men set in their ways, and there's a lot of toxicity there. So she tends to go towards younger men. She needs to think about why this is happening. I can speak to what's happening here. You'll see this with a lot of women who are famous and are very wealthy. As they get higher up, their pool gets smaller. This is a fancy way of saying I'm getting ran through by younger niggas, but I ain't getting
Oh
no relationship.
God.
That's what's happening. She says she wants somebody, right? And she knows herself very well. I know who I am and I'm happy. I live a very bountiful life or very full life, right? Well, if that's the case, you want somebody, why don't you have them? Because once you know who you are and you're whole, you should have no problem getting a relationship. At this point, it should have nothing to do with financial. Shouldn't have nothing to do with age. You should be able to knowing yourself to connect with the right person. Like she said, other than the fact that they're hot and gorgeous, why does this keep happening? It keeps happening because they're younger, they're hot and gorgeous, and you Tracee Ellis Ross. But you know damn well they don't align with you. They don't match with you. But you want to sit up here and put all older men in one pool, like all older men are toxic, and you tend not to date them. Well, ding, ding, ding. We hit it right on the head. You tend not to date them. So you're taking away your options of a relationship because those are going to be the people who most likely align with you. You're not finding no relationships with these younger dudes. You said you want to be in a relationship. Well, why aren't you in one if you tend to date younger dudes? Maybe you should look at that and probably start to talk to older men and stop treating them like they all red flags and toxic. It's funny to me too, and then I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Once again, I always got to go there. If a man sit up there and said he tend to date younger women, they would say that he's because he don't want to handle no mature older woman, and he don't want to handle the pressure and the heat, and he want to deal with somebody immature. Nobody's gonna say this about her here. Let her live her life. Let her be free. If she can go get a young man, you do that thing. You do Stella, get your groove back type of situation. But I just think it's interesting. You need to look at yourself and think about, if you want a relationship, you could have one, but why don't you have one? It goes back to yourself.
Yeah, you. It's interesting that you say those things because I didn't know you was gonna go there. You touched on some topics that I didn't even. That's not where my mind registered when I heard it. Um, what I found about what she said. She said she's older. She knows herself. She knows herself more, right? That goes both ways, right? And just because you older, that don't mean you know yourself, right? But majority wise, an older person probably has more experiences and they know themselves. They're like, okay, I know what I need to do as a person to get certain things in my life, what I need to stay away from, and all these pitfalls and the dangers in life. Cool. This is why most of the time I feel like women will say when a man dating a younger girl, they're like, oh, because she don't know herself, and you over here manipulating this girl. So this is like the shoe fits on both feet. You gotta wear the pair of sneakers. Like if she's dating younger guys, could a person say, well, those people don't know themselves as much, right? They're not looking for a relationship. They just living their life, and you kind of manipulating them, trying almost like forcing a square into a circle. That's one. When it comes to dealing with older folks or older men, most of those guys probably know themselves, and they're not going to just do everything that you want them to do because they just because someone love you, it's like yeah, but they love themselves as well. So I love myself. I'm not going to do things that I know doesn't resonate with me just because I love you. And I'll let you know, hey, this is why, but you should accept that if you really care about somebody. If you're really trying to have a relationship, like, hey, relationships are hard. It's not an easy thing. So shout out to everybody that's been in long relationships for years, mothers and fathers. I'm pretty sure there's some bad times in those relationships, but they work through it. And it's really interesting, Michelle Obama, because I'm like, first of all, did you know Michelle Obama had a podcast? I knew about it. Did you know about that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, and you hear how she was like, the stories of Tracee Ellis Ross. Usually, when I hear those things, I'm pretty sure they're pretty close, and she be telling her like, "Oh, this one young dude I dated, or this one guy he came up." All this lustful undertones, right? Nobody says anything about it. So, I'm curious how other people, women, men, view this. Like you just said, they're not going to say anything bad about how she's what she's saying. But if she was a man, this is where the double standards come into play. Yes, there are double standards. There are things that women can do that men can't really do, and vice versa. These are one of them. She's proven the point. She's saying these things, and only men gonna say something about it, but they're gonna paint us to be the bad guy. I'm curious. I would love to hear women what they would think about this and what they think about what we're saying because I think we hit the nail on the head.
They're gonna glow her up and tell her let her live her life. I'm got a couple questions for you, just out of curiosity of where
Yeah.
your mind
So,
is at. Who do you feel like is worse if they have leverage in a relationship? Just out of the man or the woman?
oh, I
Be
mean,
answer honestly.
of course, I'm not. I know the answer. The answer. I feel like most women, the majority of them, and I just think that's just
Why? Why
because
do you think that?
I think the way some people were raised, they think they are just supposed to have some things. Like, you're supposed to treat me like a queen because I'm a woman. That's right. Like, these type of mentality, which, yeah, for the most part I get it, but it's like,
but okay. When I say leverage, when I say have more social status, have more financial status, kind of have just a higher hierarchy of themselves in a relationship, do you think they tend to abuse that when they have that leverage?
yeah, because they know deep down. No, I feel like a lot of people don't want to admit it. This goes for genders, ethnicities. Some people know they can get away with certain things. They've done it so much and they've got away with it so much that someone actually calling them out is foreign to them. Like, how dare you? I'm supposed to be able to get away with this. I've got away with it for so long in my whole life. You know that
Yeah.
that's why that leverage is
I
so.
think it's interesting. She talks about how she couldn't say it, but what she's saying is, I think a lot of times when you have the money, when they have the money, they have the financial status, and they can provide for themselves in a lot of different ways. They're like, I don't really need a man. So she's not really getting straight to the point and saying, I'm enjoying my time with younger dudes and just having fun because I can. I
Mm,
don't have to have the stresses and responsibilities of a relationship. So why should I? And I think when, especially with these famous chicks and the ones that have money, like the Jennifer Lopez's, keep switching all over the place, is that they get bored easily, bro. And when they can outsource everything that they could typically get from a man, they end up in these situations. It doesn't really kick in until they old and gray. And it's like, oh shit, wait a minute. And even then, look at Cher. Cher's dude is like 30 something or 40 something. Her
thank you.
husband is, I think. And Cher like 175 years old. It's like it's like they're not gonna do what's practical because they don't have to. You know what I mean?
I'm curious.
I I don't think she's being sincere when she says. I think she says that she wants to be in a relationship and have someone, right? She said that,
Did she did?
but I don't think she sincerely wants that. I think she knows she should be in one, and it would make sense, and that would be the betterment for her future moving forward. But I don't think that's what she wants, and that's why if Tracee Ellis wanted it, she would have it.
No.
She would have it.
I'm gonna disagree with you on this. I think we saying the same things, but I'm gonna disagree with you on this. I think she does want that, and I think just like the majority of people out here, a lot of the women that I've met and seen, right? I'm not saying all, but the ones that I've seen that want that, but it's like, but you're not doing, you're not ready for that. Like, you're not willing to um,
Come
submit.
on, bro.
You get what
Really?
I'm saying? Like, I'm
If
not
you
saying
wanted it, you would do what it takes to get it. You
no.
saying you want it because it sounds good. That's what you think. It eases the blow of how you live, and you
I feel
think
like
that's what you supposed to
it's
say.
like a person that's overweight. A person that's like, I want to lose weight. They're doing all this hard work, but they also having their cookies and all these snacks, right? I know you want to lose weight, but you don't want to give up this part. You don't want to change. You don't want to change your mindset
Then you
because
don't want it.
I
That
I really think that they're.
she
I think they have the
that there's
brain
a reason why she's messing with young men. She know they gonna be down for that.
down for what?
They gonna be down for that. It has not just to play, be around for the physical, and when she done with them, on to the next. Young men are gonna be down for that more typically than older men. Men that match her, men that's on her age, status, and level. That most men, what is she like? 50s, late 50s,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
not almost 60. She's somewhere around there.
Mm.
If she find a dude that age, they already done lived, learned, and they know what they want too, and they not gonna tolerate that. And she knows that's
But
what
tolerate
she
what?
needs.
You think that if she found an old dude, like, let's say there was an older guy that she's gonna give it a try with, you think that she's gonna still want to be out? Wow, I still want to be out here flirting and messing around.
No, most men that are good men, that know what they want, they don't care how much money you got. And a lot of women that have money want that to be important to you. A good, decent man that's gonna fit her ain't gonna care about her money. And that might bother her, whether he has as much as her or less. He's still gonna have an identity and status. It's not gonna be all about her. It's not gonna be like, oh my God, Tracee Ellis Ross. It's
So
gonna be somebody that challenges her. It's gonna be somebody that challenges her to do the work in a relationship.
that's
And
what I'm
that's
saying.
uncomfortable when you used to get in your way. So you could say you want it all
That
day, but you
and
don't want it.
and that's what I feel. That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of what has been promoted as successful and like in the culture is that I feel like media, whatever, has brainwashed women to be in a certain way and thinking this is the life, but it doesn't fit into a healthy relationship. So and they don't see it. But when people try to tell them, people that actually love them or actually care for them, care about them, they paint them the bad guy. Either they old or they're a man or you just lonely or you don't know what you're talking about or not everybody has whatever excuse they want to use. And it's like, look, you can't be doing X, Y, and Z. You got to have some type of accountability. You got to have some type of, I got to do something different if I want to have a relationship.
She ain't
And
gonna do that.
yeah,
She
she's
knows she
not
don't
going to
have
do
to.
that. Yeah, they think they can
Nobody.
get that
She
without.
what I didn't like about this is that she says when there come make up your damn mind. Now it's like when it comes to older men, there's a level of toxicity and red flags. What the fuck do you want from them? What these want from it? Somebody let me know. I don't understand because it's like what I hate to see. I want to see relationships together. I want to see whole families and stuff. But every time we give in, the goalpost gets moved. It's like I think I think the worst thing sometimes that could happen to these women in Hollywood is money and status, man. And Vivica Fox, man, look at her.
I
You
just feel
know,
like
it's just
having more people.
I feel like you. How common is this? How
I
common is
mean,
this
I think
in
from
Hollywood?
Hollywood to the regular, to the not so Hollywood to the regular person that works. Anyway, I feel like it's so
Nah,
crazy. I feel like
you
no.
take
Listen,
you
I
take
see women. I've seen people. Speaking about women, I've seen women that work at HEB, at Walmart, having that type of mentality as well. And I don't think it has anything to. It maybe has more to for her because of the money, because so more enhanced, so she could laugh and joke with
Look,
Michelle Obama about
we've
it.
experienced it. You know when they in their 50s and 60s and they just a normal person, the attitude's gonna be different.
Oh no, see, she's still, but because I get okay, I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I do agree with what you're saying.
They wake up
You're saying
real quick. We've
when
done
they older,
interviews.
they would slow down. They would start to realize.
We've done street interviews talking to married couples that are in their 50s and 60s. And that whole energy that they was talking before, what they talking now.
Oh yeah, no, you're right about that. Her age, based on her age, you would have think that she would have a different mindset, but because she can do the things like you said, outsource it.
Exactly.
But you know what kills me? What kills me is like the value of men and the value of women is so skewed. Like I think some people think the only thing men bring to the table is being able to fix stuff around the house or provide money, and they're not thinking about
Not
the
even fix stuff around the house, just financial. The end.
yeah.
It stops
It's
there.
like there's way more that the proper man, the right one, the one that has developed himself and has some type of like
Yeah,
love.
it's about protection, guidance, leadership, leading with love.
There you go. But they're
It's
not
about a
thinking.
lot of things.
That's why. This is why I feel like a lot of, unfortunately, some women get into bad situation thinking this man has all this. He has a great career. He does this and that, and then it still don't work because just because you're making all this money, you have a
I
great career.
yeah.
That don't mean you're a good leader. That don't mean you have.
I
Uh,
don't want to. I'm pro 50-50 on a lot of things, but I think we forget that it's just different when you add a man's touch or a woman's touch. Like it's just different. We made up a certain way genetically on purpose to bring that energy. Like a mom's love is not gonna be the same as a father's love. You know, a mom serving up dinner ain't gonna be the same as a father serving up dinner. It's just different. It's just natural things that we forget about because social media has brainwashed everybody to think they deserve some shit.
yeah,
And if you want something, it's gonna take work to get it.
yeah,
And all this social media has turned a lot of things superficial because of the quick, easy access. Even with getting money, social media has changed things.
yep.
The outlooks of relationships of men and the value of men and women has changed things. It's brainwashed men. It ain't just brainwashed women. And you could get caught up in that really quick when you forget about naturally. We forget the power that we bring of just being human. We have become so robotic about things, and like you said, so skewed about the value of men and women that's where this whole gender war, I deserve, or I'm not gonna put up with, or man, you know what? If I had one wish, this is what I would do. I would get rid of every fucking buzzword or term that was created,
Oh, it's too late.
like toxic.
Oh
Get rid
my
of
God! Do
all
you
of
remember
that
the one we heard
bullshit,
yet the other day? Do you
gaslighting.
remember?
Yeah, like. narcissist.
You're
Oh my
changing the
God, bro. Like,
perception of my reality.
yeah, like all of that. Like, I would get rid of that and really take people back to, just the original way of how we do things. And that may sound prehistoric to people, but I think we just forgetting the value of each
I
other
find it,
altogether.
yeah,
That
and it's good to see that people want to have these conversations, but I would like to see people have conversations with people that have a different mindset. Like obviously Michelle Obama and Tracee Ellis Ross, like they have the same mindset. I would love to see Tracee Ellis Ross have this type of conversation with another person, man or woman, that has a different mindset about dating young or older, and see what comes out of that conversation. Both parties might have something they can learn from, and that's the whole point of
I would
having.
love to see her organically do. I would love to see a show about her organically dating, or you know how they do them dating shows
Yeah,
where you meet matchmaking shows. I would love to see her do one of them shows. Would it be genuinely from the heart with all men that are her age?
that's
And I
something.
would like to see the behavior. I would like to see the behavior and what happens there, because that'll tell you a lot about yourself
Is
and what
that
the
a new
truth
show?
really is.
Tracy, like they do like love matchmaking type
Yeah,
thing.
she need to go on Millionaire Matchmaker.
Yeah, she do. Oh, that's gonna be a good show.
Yeah,
But shout out to
I could
shout out
already
to
tell you how it's gonna go.
the conversations are good. I mean, it might. Hey, y'all let us know what y'all think. Y'all give us y'all take on when it comes to dating.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like there's a double standard there? Because like my homeboy just called it out. Like if a man said those things, it seems like it gets taken like it's a negative.
Way out of context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what y'all talking about. What y'all think?
Yeah. Let us know. Let us know what y'all think. And if y'all disagree and y'all think we haters, please tell us in the comment. Tell us y'all can't stand us. We're haters. We just hating or whatever. We just need some kind of interaction. That's all
No,
we want.
I mean, we just need y'all now. Now we just want to hear what y'all saying, and if y'all don't, then y'all just missing out. Y'all just get left because we moving anyways. It don't matter.
Yeah, you know what it is. It's the Map Social Presents.
Dirty Laundry Podcast, y'all. Tap in.
Want to see more videos like this last one?
Hey, just like, share, and comment. That's what you were doing, right? He said it.
I didn't think it was gonna be so short. You gave me that thing.
You stopped
All
too
right,
quick. Yeah, I'm ready for you. Ready to go? You want me to go first?
No.
So go.
There you go. I knew you right. Want to see more content like the last one?
Make sure you like, share, and comment.
You go first, cause I don't like the way you said it.
All right, cool. Ready?
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? This your boy AV here at the Map Social. You want to see more content like this?
The words you choose.
Like, share. What? Tell me what words to say.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Takes up, gripping, grape, and in corners. This is Texas. You playing screws, staying true. I'm so Texas, yeah.
Steady tipping, steady flipping on the
I'm
grind.
so Texas, yeah, yeah.